Can you hear me?
You are now unmuted.
Okay, so I just want to go over our rules for our session right now, and that is I'm going to have everyone turn off their webcam so you can just see me in the big square, and then everyone is going to mute themselves. And as we go through the questions in our math book, if you have any questions, then you can put it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself for just that moment to ask that question. Okay, and also I want to remind you that, remember, I am recording, so anything that you do put in the chat is recorded and is seen. And if you're not following our routines and procedures for our live chat, I will be asking you to leave. Okay, perfect. I just have a couple people who need to mute themselves. Okay, perfect. I think everybody's muted now. Excellent. Okay, so we are just going to finish up this lesson because you guys have a quiz tomorrow. So we are on page 243. Yes, 243 is what we're working on. Please turn off your mic.
Hey, Miss Collins, look what I found on my backpack.
Sweetie, right now we're going to start math, but if you want to show me after we do this, then that would be fine.
Oh, because I found my volume 1 book.
Wonderful. I'm so happy.
Volume 2 or volume 1?
Yeah, we're working from volume 1 right now because we haven't finished up that volume. And it's page 243. And we are going to be working all the way through 245 most likely.
Miss Collins?
If we have time, we'll do 246. Yes.
Man, I forgot. Why? Why didn't we try out?
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start
Collins, what pages?
243 through 245.
Okay.
Okay, so number 1 on page 243 says, what is 3/5 plus 13/15? Show your work. Okay, so what I'd like you guys to put in the chat is, which way would you like me to solve this problem? Would you like me to show you visually where we do our bar model, or would you like me to just do the math behind it? Bar model visually? Okay. So what I'll do for number 1 is I'll do the bar model, and then number 2 we'll do the math behind it. Okay? All right, so number 1. 3/5 plus 13/15. Okay, so let's draw our bar model for these two fractions. So I'm going to draw this, and I'm going to split this into fifths, okay? So there's my fifths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to color in 3 of them. Okay, and then now I'm going to create a bar model, and I'm going to split it into 15ths. It's okay if the lines aren't perfect. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now I'm going to color in 13 of those. Ooh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Miss Collins, you're not
6.
recording.
Huh?
You're not recording.
I am recording, but I'm recording it through my own app.
Oh.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, just 13. Oops. Okay. So now, obviously, these are two different ones. So let's find our LCM to figure out what am I going to split this one into or this one so that they can both be the same. Excellent, Nathan. That's wonderful. If you've already figured out, let me go ahead and finish this up for those who still need help, okay? So I'm going to put 5 down here and 15. So remember, our least common multiple, we're multiplying each time, right? So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4, 5 times 5. And then I'm going to do 15. And so then I'm going to have 15, 30, 45, 60. What is the lowest common multiple that they both have in common? Yeah, 15. 15 here and 15 here. Since I already have 15ths here, I just need to split this up into 15ths. And since it's already in 5s, that means I'm just going to split it now into thirds. Each one of these is going to be into thirds. So here's a third, here's a third. And now I should have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so now add all of your colored in bars. So I have 13 here, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Miss Collins, I can't hear you.
Can everyone else hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ada, it's got to be something on your computer then.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes, Linus.
Mrs. I can't see you. I can't see you.
Can everyone else see me?
Something. It's because it's loading.
Yes.
Oh, it's loading?
Because it's loading. Yeah, like it's taking a super long time.
They did that to us with Miss Bella.
Because it's showing that it's fine on my end.
Mrs. Collins. I'm switching to a different device, so I'll just be there.
Okay,
Mrs.
Linus,
Collins?
try refreshing your page and see if that works.
What do you mean about refreshing? Like going back?
Yeah.
You see the little arrow that's like almost going in a circle and it has an arrow at the end of it on your computer? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Never mind then.
The thing that shows when you're loading.
At the top left of your computer, an arrow that's going in a circle.
Yeah, there's a little house next to it.
Yeah.
It's okay, Linus, even if you just go ahead and log out and then log back in.
Or that could work too.
Yeah. Okay, so we should have gotten 22 over 15. But do you guys remember what this is called? Type it into the message chat if you remember what this is called. This would be our math lingo right now.
Nothing.
Did you log out and then log back in, Linus?
A lot of people told me to press the arrow that's going in circles, but that did absolutely nothing.
Okay, log out, Linus, and then log back in. Yes, Jaden Torres and Grace, you're correct. It's called an improper fraction. Yeah, an improper fraction is when our top number is bigger than our bottom number. So we need to change it into a mixed number because I know some of you guys, Audrey, You guys put mixed number. So we have to change this into a mixed number, okay? So to do that, we are going to subtract a whole, which is 15 over 15, and we're going to pull that out of our 22. So what is 22 minus 15?
Mrs. Collins,
Did it work?
this is obviously not working because I think I'm just going to have to wait until it fully loads.
Okay, why don't you do that? And then I can always work with you later too, Linus, okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think, there we go, finally!
Okay. Yes, so we get 7. Perfect.
Okay, so what page are we on?
So we're on
That's
page
the question, like,
243.
243?
Yes. Okay, and then go ahead and turn off your mic, okay? Okay, so yeah, so then you get 7/15, but we have to make sure that we consider this whole. So it's going to look like 1 and 7/15 as the answer. Okay? Yeah, perfect. 1 and 7/15. Okay, now we're going to do number 2. So number 2 says, Michael rides his bike 2 2/3 miles on Saturday. He rides another 1 5/6 miles on Sunday. How many miles did Michael ride his bike on both days combined? Show your work. Okay, so we're going to do it the math way then, because this one was the bar model way. We did it for our visual learners. So now we're going to do the math way for those of you who asked for that, okay? All right, remember I am recording this, so if you didn't get number 1, you can watch the recorded version, which I will put onto Canvas, okay? And I will put that on, it takes me about an hour to put it on after our session. Okay, so I'm going to erase this now. Okay, number 2. So we are adding 2 2/3. And we're adding that to 1 5/6. Okay, so first we need to find our LCM so we know what number we're going to change our denominators to. So let's do 3 and 6. That looks like an 8. Okay, so 3 times 1. Go ahead and type this in, okay? What's 3 times 1? Yep. 3 times 2. Yep. 3 times 3. 3 times 4. Yeah. 3 times 5. And I'm going to stop there. Sometimes we have to go more than 5, but for this purpose, because we're looking for the lowest, I'm hoping that it's going to be within the numbers 1 and 5. Okay, let's do 6. 6 times 1. Yep. 6 times 2. 6 times 3. 6 times 4. And then 6 times 5.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
I know the answer, it's 12.
Okay, so Linus says that the lowest common multiple for both of them is 12. Do you guys agree? Jordan says 6. Okay, remember, so we're looking for the lowest number. And yes, you're absolutely right that 12 does work, and an 18 would have worked too. But if we're looking for the lowest one, that means the lowest one would be 6. Excellent.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That makes sense?
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
confusing, but still makes sense.
Okay, so now we're going to make our equivalent fractions with our denominator being a 6 for both of them, okay? So I'm going to do that right below. So this is going to be 2 because that's going to stay the same. Our whole numbers don't change. And then if I'm going to, what am I going to times 3 by to get 6? Yeah, times 2. And whenever I do the bottom, I have to do the top. So then 2 times 2 is, yeah, 4. So my equivalent fraction is going to be 4/6.
Mrs. Collins,
Yes.
which one are we on?
We're on number 2.
But what part of number 2?
There's only one question for number 2.
What?
We're on page 244.
What?
We're on page 244, question number 2.
Oh.
Okay?
Now. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our equivalent fraction for this one. Our 1 stays the same, and then we have to times 6 by what to get 6? Yep, by 1. And whatever we do the bottom, we have to do the top. So what's 5 times 1? Yeah, 5. So now our actual equivalent fraction is the same, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same because it already had a 6 as the denominator, so we didn't need to change that. Okay, now we can go ahead and add. So what is 2 plus 1? Yep, 3. And then 4, I'm going to add my denominators, numerators. 4 plus 5 is 9, perfect, Linus. And then my denominator stays the same, so 3 and 9, 6. Okay, what's wrong with this answer?
Improper fraction.
Yep, it's an improper fraction because my numerator has a higher number than my denominator. Perfect. So we need to change this so that we can make it a proper fraction, or what we call a mixed number when we have whole numbers in there. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it right down here, okay? So it says 3 and 9, 6. And then I'm going to subtract a whole, and a whole would be your denominator over itself. So 6 over 6. Because remember, anything over itself is a whole. 3 over 3 is 1 whole. 2 over 2 is 1 whole. 6 over 6 is 1 whole. Okay, now subtract that out. What is 9 minus 6? Yeah, 3. So you get 3 plus the 1. So, yep, 4. Your answer is 4 and 3, 6. Okay? Now let's go ahead and do number 3. So number 3 says Sasha needs 3/4 cup of flour to make a batch of muffins and 1 2/3 cups. Ooh, I just saw something. You guys, this can be simplified. 4 3/6 can be simplified. That means we can make it into a smaller fraction. Yeah, Audrey, absolutely. It would change to a half. Because 3/6 is half of that, right?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes, Linus.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
I've never heard of that word before, like...
Simplified?
Literally, yeah, what does that mean?
Simplified means that, so this fraction is not in its smallest term. And so simplified means putting a fraction into its smallest term.
Oh.
So Linus, if we divide the top and the bottom by 3, we would get 1/2. And now 1/2, because 1 is a prime number and 2 is a prime number and they don't go into it, you can't use 1 So that means 4 1/2 is your actual answer.
Oh! Kind of makes
Alright.
sense.
Excellent.
Blah.
Yeah, so now we can go ahead and do number 3. So number 3 says, Sasha needs 3/4 cup of flour to make a batch of muffins and 1 2/3 cups of flour to make a loaf of bread. How many cups of flour does Sasha need to make both a batch of muffins and a loaf of bread? Okay, so are we just adding our 2 fractions?
Yes or no?
Yes. Yep, we're just adding our 2 fractions. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have 3/4 plus 1 2/3.
1 2/3?
Okay, so let's first find our LCM. I see some of you are already putting in your answers, so let's check and see if you're correct, okay? So Audrey says our LCM is going to be 12, so let's see. I'm going to do my 3 and my 4 right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and list them, and you let me know if I miss something, okay? So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then I'm going to do my 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Did I do that
Miss
correctly?
Collins. Can you hear me, Miss Collins?
Yes, I can.
Yes!
You
Yes,
got it
let's
to work.
go.
Yay.
It's because my mom ordered a new headset for me like 2 days ago, and then I just got it right now at the front door.
Oh, perfect.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay, so Audrey says that the least common multiple is 12. Do you guys agree with her? Grace agrees?
Yes.
Brianna? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to circle 12. And now I'm going to rewrite my fractions over here. So these are going to be my equivalent fractions. So 4 times what gives me 12? Yeah,
3?
4 times 3. And whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. So what's 3 times 3?
6? No, that's 9.
9. Yeah, can you guys mute yourself and put it into the chat, please? Thank you. 9 over 12. And then we're going to add that to our 1 right here. And then 3 times what equals 12? Yeah, 3 times 4. And whenever we do the bottom, we have to do the top. So 2 times 4 is what? Yeah, 8. So it's going to be 8 over 12. Okay, now we're going to add those together. So I have my 1 whole, so I'm going to put my 1 whole here. What is 9 plus 8? Yep, 17 over 12, because our denominator stays the same. Okay, what's wrong with this fraction?
Hey, Miss Collins, I have a question.
Sure.
Can the fraction be improper, or does it have to be proper?
It has to be proper.
Mrs. Collins, I think I might know.
Yeah,
I don't.
what is it?
I don't feel like the top should be 18. I don't really feel like the top should be 18.
Well, you're correct, actually, because this is an improper fraction for those of you who typed that in. Perfect. So we have to pull out a whole, okay? So we're going to subtract 12 over 12. And then when we subtract that, what do we have left? Yeah. Oh, wait, not 2. Sorry, not 2. 17 minus 12. There we go, 5, yep. 5/12. So then the answer is our 1 whole plus this whole, so that's 2 wholes, and then 5/12. Now, do we need to simplify this, or is it in simplest terms? Yeah, it is, because 5 is a prime number, and 5 will not go into 12, so that means that this is in simplest terms. Okay, so what letter does this represent? Very good. Linus, do you see that it represents D?
Mrs. Collins, I completely just lost your screen.
I know, it's my internet. Give me a second.
Yeah, me too. We can't see you.
Yeah, agree. Oh, yeah, that does match this D.
D.
So D is the correct
See anything? So
I know. Hold on, guys. I'm working on it. Let's just do the second part of 3 while you're waiting for my screen. It says Nicola chose A as the correct answer. How did she get the answer?
That's easy.
She put it as an improper fraction.
Perfect. Thank you, Fernando. She did. She put it as an improper fraction.
See, Mrs. Collins, that's why I said that's easy.
Yeah. And she forgot the whole number.
What? What?
Right?
The whole number.
There we go. Can you guys see me now?
No. There we go.
The page is loaded. Oh, okay, yeah, we can see you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for number 3, the second part you would just write she left it as an improper fraction.
I can't really see.
You can't see? Linus, can you just copy, I'm going to write improper fraction on my board. Can you just copy that for the second part of number 3?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm going to write it right now. Improper, whoops, no O. I have to do an R first. Fraction. Can you see that, Linus?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. I can see it just fine, though.
Okay.
But it's good. It's
Okay.
good. Cool.
All right. Okay, so is it okay if we go over on our time, you guys? Because I still want to do page 245 with you.
That's fine with me.
If you guys could just type into the chat. I'm just asking because it's already almost 9:30, so I'd like to keep us over a little bit so I can do page 245 with you.
Miss Collins, I already did that page.
Wonderful. Okay, then you'll just be checking your answers. Are you understanding everything, Jordan?
Mrs. Collins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mrs. Collins, I have a question. What time does your office hours start today?
12:30 to 1:30.
Okay, so
Miss Collins, I understand
I
everything.
think I'm just going to do that every single day now.
That's fine, because you know I'm here for you guys, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do page 245. If for some reason you can't stay on, just make sure you complete at least page 245 because it'll prepare you for your quiz tomorrow, okay? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase number 2 up here. All right, number 4. The model below represents the expression 1 5/8 plus 2 1/3. Which of the following could not be represented by the model? Okay, so you see that it has 1 hole and then it has 5/8 colored in for the first part, and then 2 holes and 1/3 colored in. So which of the following could not be represented? So that means we're looking for one that doesn't make sense. Okay, it doesn't make sense. So Audrey says D. Well, can 8, if you do 8 times 3, doesn't that equal 24, Audrey?
Yeah, but the top numbers.
Yeah, but it still would be 24 on the bottom. Your denominator could be 24. So that's why that's not D. Okay,
Oh, so then A.
Ada says A. Why A? Fernando says A too. So why A? Okay, you guys, it's not D. We just discussed. Please stop just typing in D. It is not D. We just discussed that it is not D because 24 is the denominator, and when you times 8 by 3, you would get 24. So I want to know why you guys think it's A. Yeah, because the denominator for A is 10. Can 8 or 3 go into a 10?
No.
No. So 8 cannot be the answer because 8 and 3 both do not have 10 as a multiple. So our answer for number 4 is letter A.
I knew it.
Okay. Some of you had put in B, and B, we were looking for the one that it cannot be. And B has the denominator of 24, and 8 times 3 is 24, so that could be a possibility of being a correct answer. But A for sure could not be because 10 is not a common denominator for both 8 and 3. Okay? Yeah, number 4 is A.
Mrs. Collins,
Yes.
you think at the end of the session, do you think we can have some time to like chat a little?
Possibly. Let's do number 5 and 6 and see what time it is.
Number 5 and 6, okay.
Okay, number 5. It says Sam has 5.5 yards of rope. He needs an additional 3 5/6 yards for a project. What is the total length of rope Sam needs for his project? Okay, so we just need to add the 2. Okay, so I'm going to do, it's going to be number 5, and I'm going to do 5.5 plus 3 5/6. Okay, so first let's find our LCM. So we'll do that for 2 and for 6. So we're just going to write down our multiples for 2. So 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3. And I'm going to go to 5.
5?
Okay, now let's do 6. 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, and 6 times 5. Can you guys check my work, make sure that I have it correct?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
I think I might know what it is. I think it's 6. I think it's 6.
You think it's 6? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, you guys are right. 6. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to do my equivalent fractions right over here. So my whole 5 will stay the same. And then 2 times what equals 6? Yeah, 2
4?
times 3. Super close minus 3. And whenever I do the bottom, I have to do the top. So what's 1 times 3? Yeah, 3. So our new equivalent fraction is going to be 5 3/6. Now let's do the second part. So 6 times what equals 6?
1.
Yeah, times 1. Whenever I do the bottom, I have to do the top. So what's 5 times 1?
5.
5. Yep, so my 3 stays the same, and then 5, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and add. So 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. And 6.
I feel like this is in an improper fraction.
It is. Good job. Yep, it's an improper fraction. So we have to pull out a whole. So I'm going to put my denominator over itself. And that's going to represent a whole. So what's 8 minus 6? Yeah, 2. So 2, 6. So now we have 8 plus this one whole, which is 9, and 2, 6. Is this in simplified form?
No.
No, you're right, because 2 can go into 6. So that means we're going to divide the top by 2, and we're going to divide the bottom by 2. And what does that equal? What's 2 divided by 2?
2 divided by 2?
Yeah.
I have no idea because I don't know division that well.
It is. It's 1. We're not timesing, we're dividing. So that means 1 times 2 is 2. And so when we divide 2 by 2, we get 1. And then what is 6 divided by 2? Yeah, 3. So now in simplified form, our answer is 9 1/3.
Is that still in an improper fraction?
Nope, now it's a mixed number. It is proper. It is correct. Okay?
Yay! We're done with number 5.
Okay, so last problem, number 6. I'm going to erase number 3 now. Okay, number 6. So it says, which 2 fractions below can be added using the denominator 18? Okay, so I'm going to write our fractions here. We have 1/4, 5 6, 7 12, 1/8, and 4/9. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our denominators and we're going to create LCMs for each one of them. So
What is that?
That is our lowest common multiple.
Oh.
And we're going to be looking for the number 18 when we do this, okay? So 4, 6, 12, 8, and 9. And now I'm going to list all of the multiples for each one of these numbers. So 4 times 1 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. Do you see an 18 in here?
No.
No, then it cannot be 4. So let's cross that one out. Okay, now let's do 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24. Do you see an 18 in this one?
Yes.
Yes, so let's circle this because that is a possibility. Okay, now let's do 12. So we have 12, 24, 36, Do you see an 18 in this one?
No.
No, so it can't be this one. Let's cross it off. Okay, let's do 8. So we have 8, 16, 24, 32. Do you see an 18 in this one?
No.
Nope. Yep, you're right. So let's cross that one off. And do I need to do the 9?
I don't know. We always have to find out.
Okay, so 9, 18, 27. Is there an 18 in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's your answer. 5, 6, and 4 9ths. Yep. So on your solution line, you'll write 5, 6, and 4 9ths. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you guys now. Page 246 is optional. So if you would like to challenge yourself, go ahead and do page 246. But it is optional. I did provide an answer key for this page in, I think my screen is gone. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, I can see your screen, but it froze.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
it
frozen.
froze.
You're
Okay.
frozen.
I did provide the answer key for page 246 in our modules, okay? So you can go ahead and do that one. But let's go through your checklist real quick. So today you do have art with Miss Joyce, so I uploaded that video for you. We just did math together, yay. You do have ST math to do. If you did not finish your 2 lessons, then go ahead and do your 2 lessons in iReady. And then I gave you guys an optional science experiment through Mystery Science that has to do with matter.
I shall do that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. It's optional though, so that's quite up to you, but it would be fun to do it. These would be the types of experiments we would have done in class if we were there.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Collins? Heck yeah.
Miss Collins.
Now it.
No internet. Hello?
You guys see
Okay.
you guys see her square and where it says users? It says Miss Collins and her microphone is on right now.
Is
I'm
Mystery
back.
Science? Is Mystery Science? Is Mystery Science optional?
You left us.
Yeah, sorry guys. I had to refresh because my internet wasn't working.
Science optional.
Well, I'm gonna go work on probably the science.
Yeah, it should be
And-
fun. There's a link in our checklist for you, okay?
Wait, is the science
Wait,
optional?
what's the date? What's the date?
Today is the 26th.
Is the science
Do you have time
optional?
to chat a little? Do you have time to chat a little?
Yeah, you want to chat, Linus?
Yeah.
I can chat for about 5 minutes and then I'm going to have to go, okay?
Yeah.
But will we stay in the chat if you leave?
I'm gonna turn on my screen.
No, if you want to go, you can go. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30 for sure.
Oh, I found a checklist.
All right. Bye, Miss Collins.
Wait, Miss
Bye.
Collins.
This is my new headset, guys.